Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2024. I am your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart, joined by fellow competitor and assistant organizer, the Beefin314 now. And Beefin, we've got a 9-16 matchup coming at you next with Skell and ilikebeingsmart. How much are you looking forward to seeing how this match turned out?
I am super duper excited. Not just because I'm not biased because my boy is playing against Smart, but I think these two players are very skilled puzzlers in their own right. Both have played PvP. Smart has actually won a tournament and beaten me in that tournament. Grr, Smart. But it looks going to be really fun to see how this match shook out.
Yeah, these two certainly have a pedigree to put up some really good times. We saw a bit of a range of times between these two, and as people in the community will point out, these two are certainly within the margin of troll, so any race could go either direction with these two, and I'm sure there will be wild predictions in the live Twitch chat for how this match is going to go. So let's not make you puzzlers wait any longer. We'll show you how this match turned out when it was recorded earlier this week. So let's get it on with the 9-16 matchup of Skell and ilikebeingsmart in this losers bracket. Round 2 matchup coming at you right now.
Excuse me?
And
We're going easy first? Wow.
It's certainly been a choice. That's been a choice for some of our players to start on the easiest level and move up. I think that's part of the whiplash strategy that I was pointing out in the earlier matchup. People want to start on the lowest speed and maybe move up to the highest speed and just mix up the speed throughout so that it's not constant and try to throw people off on the slight timing differences between each level. Does that make sense?
Certainly a fair strategy. My exasperation was more because easy, I'm sure Skell would admit, is definitely his worst category. So I don't know if Skell had the pick or it was deferred. I think Skell had the pick. But if he did, that's wild to pick easy first, but I like the play. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, certainly. Easy mode is certainly a level to start off with, as slow as it gets. You can kind of see here how slow some of the panels are falling, and it's kind of hard to get times under 20 seconds, much less 15, but Smart is getting off to about as fast a start as she can reasonably expect with that 16 bumpty. Skell, as you see, is settling for multiple 20-second stages, Beefin. Anything sticking out to you so far about how this is going?
Unfortunate clear on Skell's part for those first couple, but both players just need to make sure that that the opponents are topped off. Smart, you saw there, was one line short. So definitely avoiding the one line short scenarios is going to be key to winning this easy match.
Okay, Smart getting a 28 on that stage. Skell is going to get the remaining garbage down for a 25. 20-something stages are not going to be giving our players a lot of confidence. I would say both of these players expect a little bit better of themselves. But there's still a fair bit of time. This is a 6 to 7 minute run for most of our players, but it's still very early on.
Skell dropping that insert there, and Wiggler is not topped off. No punish, though, so that's good. But Smart definitely has the lead right now. Maybe about 10 seconds? 11 seconds?
Okay, we got a lag chain set up from Smart. Oh, yeah. Figured she would need to trigger that 5 combo just a little bit earlier, and perhaps that would have made the difference. Hard to
Yeah,
say.
caught themselves in a one-line short scenario and sent 6 lines, needed 7, and gets the clear. Pascal picks up another 3 seconds.
There we go. There we go. And yeah, 7 lines should be the number you go for on most of these stages anyway. It almost doesn't matter what level you're on, considering the starting stack is always 5 panels tall in some random arrangement. I forget exactly how it works, but I've had the different patterns shown to me. I think there are 32 different arrangements for the starting stack. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, you should be focusing on getting 7 lines as a default whenever possible. And Scales picked up a second on Smart, aka Nicole, again. But time is starting to run out, Beefin.
Yeah, only don't have very many stages left, but Gel just needs to just keep chipping away. Excellent send. Smart gets the remaining lines there. Gets a 19. Ooh! Skell the 17.
Now.
Another 2 seconds.
I think we can call that a lead change. By their timers, looks like Skell has the lead now by about 2 seconds.
Let's go.
There's a little bit of a difference in the time based on local network delay. Skell is actually integrated their live split with raisetime.gg, where we time these races, so you can get some sort of reading on where the actual times are based on Skell's viewpoint. And Skell will be definitively going to the cave first with that 22-second Raphael hanging into the cave at about 5:13. Smart still waiting on garbage to clear. Now, if as soon as Raphael stops, we can actually proceed. Oh my goodness.
Jeez. My goodness. And that was a situation that Skell basically had Raven topped off that entire time and was just waiting to have the block stop resolving. But that was really unlucky on Smart's part. Ooh.
Wow,
8 Skell.
And 8 lines needed for that kill, but Skell was there with those lines, and with that, Skell is on to the final stage. Oh, Smart sent an attack that kind of glued combo garbage together between the first chain and the last chain, but that will be enough for a 23. How big is Skell willing to make this attack? That's a 4-chain, couple of combos. Definitely going to need more than that.
I keep the pressure up. Topped off.
And the follow-up will barely do it! Skell wins game 1 with a time of 6 minutes, 26 seconds. What a competitive time from Skell.
Wow.
And certainly you can't point to one specific mistake from Nicole in this race. But mistakes in these games have a way of adding up, like 2 seconds per stage at a time, and suddenly you're like 20-30 seconds back. Those kinds of missteps can build up in a big way, Beefin.
Absolutely, and that Raven really did no favors. That's where Smart lost a lot of her time. But 7:15, you know, that's competitive against some people, but not when Skell's gonna put up a 6:25 like that. Wow.
And that is enough for Skell to take star number 1. So with that kind of time, I have to think, personally, this looks to be a bit of an outmatch. Like, to lose by almost 50 seconds on your first race, you have to think that the odds are not on your side, and it's time to work on a harder level for some sort of mix-up. Like seeing these times, Beef, and what goes through your mind for what the next pick should be?
I actually like the whiplash strat in this scenario. Even though Skell's best difficulty is V hard, I think you should go V hard. I don't know what the players picked here, but I think V hard is probably the way to go here, or hard.
Well, Smart did decide on hard mode for this game too, which she would say is her best difficulty. So considering the options in terms of whiplash, like, why not pick your best level of those options? So we will be seeing all 12 stages in this game too, where both players are now underway. And as long as you execute on these stages, you should see these opponents go down to 6 lines in about 15 seconds, but Smart sent 5 lines and got subjected to a garbage clear, but Skell got a smaller garbage clear and gets rewarded with a 14 to start.
Excellent send. Understood how many lines he needed and executed perfectly.
Okay. Smart. Ooh, there might was that like a double tap or something to get that 6 chain? That was definitely needed. So good enough for 13 and a 14 for Skell. These two are definitely off to the races early on.
Lying. Let's go.
All right, very easy 6 combo for Smart to make, not trying to do too much in getting the attack started, but did not have the follow-up there, and Skell barely has the lines to get a 14 out of that stage, but Nicole continues to be short on her attack, and Poochie is going to continue to go off. That will cost a lot of time, and Skell is now at a very noticeable lead.
Yeah, Smart getting one more line a lot. Ooh, wow. A 9 combo in the chain. Yes, Smart getting one more line a lot in this match right now. Hopefully she can clean that up.
Alright, Skell gets another 6-line attack. That's enough for a 15.
Ooh.
Smart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just a little swap just as panels are about to fall. So instead of just a combo, you make a combo and a chain. That is a pretty nifty trick that's fairly straightforward to pick up for anyone that's spent so many years playing these games as Nicole has. But Skell is not going to be so outdone by such tricks, and we'll be getting another good 15 seconds or less time on that Froggy.
Yeah, I would definitely say mastery of the small tricks is very important to gaining mastery in this game, for sure.
Okay, Smart is done with Froggy at 22, and Blarg is going down to row 3, but went for the red-colored match first instead of the green that was right there, because these opponents do follow the internal panel indexes a little bit, and red is first in their list to look for. So that will enable Skell to deal with that Blarg before it becomes a disaster, and that is a much better stage for Nicole at 15. Skell getting a 16 onto Lungefish, which Lungefish and Raphael, they're starting to get fast enough where they may need an extra line or two.
I found that
say.
definitely in my speedrun attempts. Like as you move out of Blarg, I feel that you need more lines against the rest of the field.
So Smart settles for a 23 on this Lungefish. That is a row 2 Raphael. I don't know how many people would be prepared to send 10 lines that quickly, Beefin. I don't know what you do about that.
There's nothing you really can do about that. You just gotta suck it up and start rebuilding your combo or your chain and your garbage. But really impressive bounce back from Skell. Get the 36. You're going into the cave sub 5. It's good enough right now.
You've got to feel good about a sub 5 cave entry, but Raven manages to get another garbage clear onto Smart's attack. That's going to waste so much extra time with another clear. This is one of the worst times to have this. Oh.
No help from Raven, clearing on that pillar and just basically dropping that entire pillar. And yeah, Smart needing a lot more garbage after that, but wow. Let's go with a 16 hook bill.
Well, this lead is starting to get extended close to a full stage. Ooh, Smart probably ran into the wrong color to try and extend that chain with. Will be good with a 5 chain on that follow-up. The combo's a little lacking though, so we'll be 1 line short. It's going to turn into 3 lines short. And okay, Skell, we see you.
Oh.
We see Hookbill being a bit of a butt, but we see Skell dominating Piranha Plant in 11 seconds. And now Skell is running away with this race.
Anytime, within like under 15 seconds, definitely like a 13. Those are like really top times that you want to be looking for, and Skell taking full advantage of that right now.
Okay, a little small garbage clear from Kamek, but will not have time to deal with the rest of Skell's send. And 17 seconds will give Skell an opportunity to put an absolute stranglehold on this matchup. Meanwhile, Nicole dealing with a row 2 plant.
Wow.
Come on, game.
It's not like anyone said turnabout's fair play on, low plants, but it's not a good time to be having that right now.
Plant even getting a chain off of Smart's garbage, just wasting even more time.
Brutal.
But now Bowser is out of position, and Skell will be taking game 2 with a hard time of 7 minutes 9 seconds. Like, that's the kind of time that our top players will be looking to get in their next round when they start playing the hard difficulty. Like that's gonna be what you're doing next, right, Beefin? You think that's the kind of time you'll be looking to get in your races?
I'm hoping to get like sub 715, 720s, something like that. But shoutouts to Skell. I mean, that time right there, that's only 5 seconds off of his PB. So that's like a real heater of a run.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. And now our live chat is getting hyped to ride the Skell train. We may have a new fan favorite in our midst. Okay, a 4-chain, couple of combos, very Pokemon Puzzle League type send with the multiple 4 combos, but the second attack will be good enough. And I Like Being Smart finishes game 2 with a hard time of 8:35.
Wow. Good job from Smart there, cleaning it up, finishing up nicely, but man, again, how you gonna beat a time like that, like Skell's time? That was just impressive and well deserving of the win there.
Indeed. Star number 2 goes to Skell. That is a scary time that will make everyone in the losers bracket turn their head, especially after this round, where all of the losers bracket players will catch up with the winners bracket players in playing all hard mode for next round. Really 2 rounds, as a mini bracket has to get resolved in the losers half. So so the players and losers will have 2 rounds of all hard mode to deal with. So that might be a sign of things to come for any of Skell's future opponents, which the next opponent for the winner of this match would be the loser of a match that we will be seeing tomorrow, which is yours truly against Ty. Like, playing either of us in hard mode will certainly not be an easy feat, but yep, that hard time is enough to make me turn my head.
Absolutely. That's enough to make me turn my head. I mean, I've been practicing hard all week, and I think I may only have, 3 times that are better than that. So that's like super strong.
Indeed, indeed. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves and try to project the rest of the losers bracket. We've got at least one more race to put together in this matchup, and ilikebeingsmart will choose the normal level for the next race.
ilikebeingsmart. It's not just a clever name. Smart probably knows that after easy, Skell definitely loathes normal. Also, Pokemon Puzzle League plays at Speed 4, a lot of its different modes. So, a very, very intelligent pick against Skell.
I swear, of anyone that gets into the minutia of the counter picking as Game 3 gets underway, if there's anyone that's most enthusiastic about the counterpicking in the community, it could very well be Smart. So she has to have some idea of what she is doing here. But unfortunately runs into a garbage clear at the start. Skell dodges the garbage clear and gets a 14.
Beautiful 10 combo there by Skell, and yeah, got an 8-second lead on already.
Indeed, indeed, we might be seeing a bit of a skill difference.
You mean you might be seeing a
In
bit of
this
a
matchup.
scale difference? Boo. I know, I'm
Earns.
hurt. Boo.
Oh, it's not at 6 levels, so don't you worry. But Skell once again killing it with a 14-second bumpty. Smart's selling for a 21. Like if these stages continue like this, this will add up a lot. And look at the time Skell is taking to set up the combo and chain situation that he wants to make, cutting off the chain before it gets to X5, which is probably good with all the combos, but some of them are getting glued together between the different sets of chains, so a little bit of delay in that send, which might allow Nicole to make up a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that
Right
setup
now,
was
it's
really
just a
good.
couple.
Yeah, that setup was really good, but Skell really needed to start that attack earlier. Even though it was really good and, still gets a decent time, but Smart picks up a couple seconds there.
I think you've Beef has made a remark when it comes to like finding the perfect attack early on versus getting to the first available attack to you, doing that as fast as possible. Like, what are your thoughts on like setting up the right attack versus just finding the first one available to you?
So honestly, I think it's a function of being able to do improv. I think that if you're able to improvise what you're going to send as your first attack, then you have more leeway to kind of like just go. But sometimes it works out in your favor to set things up. So it's really, to me, it's really board dependent. But at the end of the day, like if your improv is very, very good, you can just go and it usually works out for you.
Okay, Skell's going to get a 24 on this Froggy as Nicole gets a lot of screen shake from that extra chain. That's going to be a 28. Not exactly what she needed.
Yeah, that was what, like
there,
5 seconds of jiggle there? That was a lot.
I mean, once you build the 5 chains, like that's the most screen shake you're gonna get of any garbage block that you send. So you really have to be considerate of the combos you're making before you make the decision to send a 5 chain. So Skell is in the lead by probably a good 15 seconds. At this very moment, we're getting into the second half of normal mode for both of our players. This level does have 11 stages, so time will run out on Nicole's chances to stay alive in this tournament before she knows it, but there's still a little bit of room for our players to make up a little ground, and lots of 4 combos on Smart's attack for a 21.
One of the things...
Go ahead.
One of the things that's really hurting Skell right now is his PvP experience, and I know that's kind of weird to say, but he's just not letting these combos resolve and breathe. I mean, there he did, but a few stages ago, he's just not been doing that, and that's cost him a little bit.
And right, as I said before, the main consequence of that is that the combo garbage that you make from the first chain will actually stay in your opponent's queue until you finish making a second chain. So you really do have to space out your attacks as much as you can. You kind of see it illustrated again with Skell's attack there. It's going to be enough for a 17 on that stage, but the faster opponents might be able to punish Skell a fair bit on that. So that's something to keep an eye on if Skell does indeed move on to the hard mode rounds, as we are expecting. Okay, Smart does finish with a 25 hook bill.
Yeah, Hookbill giving Smart the courtesy scoop there, just raising for no reason, and yeah.
That's a thing that also happens in this game. It's easier to see it in the original Panel de Palm, where the opponent tries to make a raise, where someone tries to make a raise, but a match interrupts the raise before it fully completes. What a plant from Smart. 13. That is going to go a long way towards making the comeback.
Down to the wire here.
Indeed. But when a stack gets interrupted before it fully finishes raising, the game will try to raise the rest of that applicable row. Will raise until it gets to a new row at the first opportunity. So you will see these opponents sometimes make that very next raise. up until their doom. And that will take care of that with Skell clocking in a 654.
Jeez. Yeah, Skell almost got cleared on second tier. Kamek was one swap away from clearing on second tier, and who knows what would have happened there, but those are questions best left to the philosophers.
And with a 721 officially on normal, we now say goodbye to ilikebeingsmart in this tournament. Honestly, considering she won the last silver bracket in last year's tournament, might possibly be gone too soon. We're definitely going to start seeing some players be gone far too soon in the losers bracket. There's just so many great competitors. These upcoming races are going to be so hard to call. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and grant Skell star number 3 and the win.
Wow. Yeah, that was wow. Skell really turning the heat on. I mean, like, those are just incredible easy, normal, and hard times. Wow. Smart not to be outdone, has pretty good times as well, but I mean, Skell was on a heater, and there's nothing you can do about that, especially with a lot of the different garbage clears that didn't go Smart's way. But GG's to Skell, moving on loser's side. Very well done.
Indeed. Let's see if I can properly make this as official as I possibly can. I'm going to attempt to add a little more flair to the results, if not make it just a little bit on the scuff side, but let's see if this works. There it is. 3-1, 3-0 for Skell over ilikebeingsmart. And Skell's next challenge is going to be by far the toughest one yet. It is going to be either myself or Ty moving down into the losers bracket to take on Skell. And honestly, even Ty is a little worried about what Skell is going to pull off in the next round. Like even those kinds of times will make you sweat a little bit. Won't you, Beef?
Oh yeah, they definitely are making me sweat. I know that Skell has openly declared to many people that he is not gonna lose until he plays me. So we'll see when that is. Big declaration to come out and say, but great job, Skell, winning, moving on, playing potentially one of two OG puzzle gods in either cards or ties. So you definitely have your work cut out for you, but we'll see what you can do in loser's side.
Absolutely. The loser side has been decided for today. Congratulations to Tetris attacker Kanayo and Skell for moving on to the next rounds. Commiserations to Paratroopa, Oxcat, and ilikebeingsmart for very hard-fought efforts from all of them. But coming up next, Beefin, to close things out, you are part of the big matinee of the day, as we are doing two matches at once again in our winners quarterfinals with FFR Pro 21 taking on Tamian ND, and then one of the OGs, BB Forky, looking to be your next challenger. Beefin, how are you feeling about how you're going to play today?
Bring it on. I'm ready.
You heard the man. You heard the man, Puzzlers. He's ready. He's ready. He's waiting. Everyone else in these matchups will be getting ready in just a little bit, so we'll step aside to get that match set up, and then we will bring it to you live right after this as Doubleheader Day continues on the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2024.